Welcome to Cape Town News. Today is Friday, the 7th of November, 2025, and here's what's making headlines in the Western Cape. Winde pitches trillion-rand vision at investment summit in Cape Town. 19 tortoises slaughtered at Table Bay Nature Reserve. Teenagers in Macassar caught with replica guns converted to fire-live rounds. BigManKG turns a Petrol attendant's day into a Cape Town adventure. Cape Derby fever as province visit Boland in the T20 Challenge. Makers Festival brings hands-on creativity to the Ostrich Ranch this weekend. Warm, sunny Saturday with a fresh southeaster and gentle swell. Premier Winde opened the inaugural Western Cape Investment Summit with a bold message to investors: where investment flows, growth follows. He outlined the province's long-term growth for jobs plan to build a 1 trillion rand economy by 2035, tripling exports to 450 billion rand and raising private sector investment to 20% of GDP. Winde said the Western Cape's strength lies in good governance and reliable infrastructure, with 3 ports, 30,000 kilometers of roads, and Africa's top-rated airport. Over the last decade, the province outperformed other regions, creating 360,000 of the country's 400,000 new jobs. He highlighted 8 growth sectors driving this trajectory: renewable energy, advanced manufacturing, agribusiness, tourism, property, creative industries, technology, and logistics. The 47 billion rand Saldanha Green Hydrogen Project, the Cape Winelands Airport, and the expansion at Atlantis and Freeport Saldanha were cited as examples of investment already translating into jobs. The Premier noted that 70% of South Africa's renewable manufacturing happens here, with photovoltaic exports to Africa surging 5-fold since 2022. In closing, Winde said the province's competitive edge lies not just in policy, but in partnership. "We have built a culture of collaboration between government, business, and labor," he said. "That's what attracts investors who want stability, delivery, and results." He called the summit a new chapter in our shared story of resilience, innovation, and growth. Cape Town conservationists have been left shocked after the brutal slaughter of 19 ungulate tortoises at the Table Bay Nature Reserve. The remains of the animals were discovered along a footpath near the Environmental Education Centre on Saturday, with only empty shells left behind. Officials from the city of Cape Town believe the tortoises were shucked and harvested for their meat or for traditional purposes. Police are searching for 2 men who entered the reserve earlier that day under the guise of fishing. Deputy Mayor Eddie Andrews described the attack as a serious case of animal cruelty and a violation of environmental protection laws. He said these beautiful creatures were brutally killed, their shells broken open and discarded. Photographs and video footage of the suspect's vehicle have been handed to police, Cape Nature, and the SPCA for investigation. Wildlife experts say this is not an isolated incident and warn that tortoises are increasingly targeted as part of South Africa's illegal reptile trade, which supplies both local and international buyers. According to Cape Nature spokesperson Luke Folb, tortoises are sought after for the pet trade, traditional medicine, and even bushmeat, a worrying new trend in the Western Cape. The SPCA confirmed it is assisting with the investigation and has offered a 5,000 rand reward for information leading to a conviction. SPCA spokesperson Belinda Abraham said this case reflects a wider issue of cruelty and exploitation of wildlife in the Western Cape. Many of these crimes go unreported because they happen in remote areas with few witnesses. Despite Cape Town's world-class conservation record, city reserves face rising threats from illegal harvesting, pollution, and unauthorized access. Conservation bodies are now urging authorities to deploy smart surveillance systems and strengthen enforcement partnerships to protect biodiversity across the metro's protected zones. The Cape Town Metro Police have issued a warning after 2 teenagers in Macassar were arrested with imitation firearms that had been modified to fire live ammunition. Officers responded to a school alert earlier this week and discovered a 17-year-old learner with a fake handgun and 30 live rounds. A second search led police to another suspect's home, where they recovered a second imitation firearm and additional ammunition. Metro Police spokesperson Ruth Solomons said both replicas had been altered to discharge real bullets, adding that such conversions are becoming increasingly common among criminals. These imitation weapons are cheap to obtain and easy to modify, often ending up in gang-related crimes across the metro. Since April, officers have confiscated more than 1,500 illegal firearms and 39,000 rounds of ammunition in ongoing anti-gang operations. Parents and teachers are urged to report any imitation weapons immediately. Solomons warned that tampering with replica guns is not only illegal, but extremely dangerous, as homemade conversions can explode or misfire. The case remains under investigation while ballistic tests are completed. A Petrol attendant's ordinary workday turned unforgettable thanks to BigManKG, the South African content creator known for his spontaneous acts of kindness. He approached the attendant with a choice: take 5,000 rand in cash or accept a mystery adventure. The attendant chose the adventure and soon boarded his first flight to Cape Town, kicking off a weekend full of surprises. The trip included luxury accommodation, a private chef dinner, scenic drives along the Atlantic seaboard, and visits to city landmarks from Table Mountain to Muizenberg. The highlight came when he went skydiving, another first that left him in joyful disbelief. BigManKG said the experience was about restoring hope and showing that good news still exists. His videos, viewed by millions, celebrate everyday people and remind audiences that kindness still has the power to lift lives. The message is simple: when opportunity knocks, say yes to the adventure. Cricket fans are gearing up for a fiery Cape Derby tonight as Western Province travel up the N1 to face Boland at Boland Park in Paarl in the CSAT 20 Challenge. Province are riding high after a 4-wicket victory over the Northwest Dragons at Newlands on Sunday. All-rounder Josh Breed described his T20 debut as a proud and emotional moment, having received his cap from longtime teammate Matthew Ellsworth. Breed expects a tough contest on Paarl's larger field, where slower conditions and spin could play a key role. Captain Kyle Verreynne will look for early breakthroughs to contain Boland's in-form batting lineup. With Boland unbeaten in the tournament and leading the points table, tonight's clash promises high energy, loud crowds, and plenty of derby passion under the lights. First ball is at 6 o'clock this evening, live on SuperSport. Creativity takes center stage this weekend as Makers Festival SA transforms the Cape Town Ostrich Ranch near Durbanville into a hub of art, design, and craftsmanship. Over 25 artists and crafters from across South Africa will host live workshops in ceramics, leatherwork, tufting, woodcraft, and more. The Mini Makers Zone offers activities for children, while adults can enjoy demos, talks, and a bustling marketplace filled with handmade treasures. Festival organizer Leila Jantkies says it's about celebrating the joy of creating together, whether you're a beginner or a professional. Evenings feature music under the stars, Cape Town's best food trucks, and a warm community atmosphere. Gates open at 8 in the morning on both Saturday and Sunday, with programs running into the evening. Tickets are available online or at the gate, a perfect weekend outing for families and creative souls alike. Here are your money, commodities, and crypto updates. Starting with the major currencies, the US dollar is trading today at 17 Rand and 39 cents. The British pound stands at 22 Rand and 82 cents, and the euro will cost you 20 Rand and 7 cents. Moving to commodities, gold is priced at 2,232 Rand and 85 cents per gram. Silver is trading at 26 Rand and 97 cents per gram. Platinum is valued at 862 Rand and 93 cents per gram. And Brent crude oil is trading at $63.70 per barrel. Turning to the latest cryptocurrency values, Bitcoin is valued at 1,779,917 Rand. Ethereum is trading at 58,513 Rand. Ripple XRP is priced at 38 Rand and 86 cents. and Solana is trading at 2,749 Rand. These figures reflect the latest available market data and may shift as global trading continues through the day. Saturday brings fine, warm weather across the metro with a southeasterly wind reaching 20 to 30 kilometers per hour, gusting 35 on exposed slopes. In Cape Town, expect a low of 14 and a high near 30 degrees. Paarl and Stellenbosch will be slightly hotter, peaking at 32 under clear skies. At sea, a southwest swell of 1 to 1.5 meters with a 14-second period will bring gentle surf on the Atlantic side and calmer conditions in False Bay. High tide is at 10 to 5 in the morning and 5 minutes past 5 in the evening, while low tide is at 7 minutes to 11 in the morning and 21 minutes past 11 at night. Sunrise is at 20 to 6 o'clock, sunset at 21 minutes past 7 o'clock, with UV levels high, ideal for beach plans but keep sun protection close. With that, we conclude today's bulletin, and now you know what's happening in the mother city. Thank you for watching Cape Town News. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a story. We appreciate your support. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget tomorrow's Cape Town News drops right here on YouTube at 12 noon. Meanwhile, stay safe, informed, and connected.